Well, we raced at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Saturday, the 18th of June. It was the Track and Ball race day featuring the Track and Ball Derby and the Track and Ball Oaks. 10 races were carded, so it was a busy afternoon. Worked alongside Paul Lafferty and, of course, Craig Peters in the commentary box. What we're going to do for this recap, we're going to show you the reruns of our two feature races. That's the Track and Ball Oaks and the Track and Ball Derby. But although we don't have the replays for the other races, we will take you to the results of those races. So we'll begin in race number 1, which was over 1,200 meters, a maiden juvenile plate for fillies. And this race, I think, totally locks coming back to Hollywoodbets Scottsville. She did look the part. The obvious danger was number 16, Lady Heist, and that's the way they ran. 4, 16, 11, and 2. 4, 16, 11, and 2. Of those runners, I think 16 and 11 are horses that you can keep an eye on next time out. That is Lady Heist and Time Chaser. The second race was the start of the exotics. It was the start of the bipod. This was the Track and Ball Stanger maiden juvenile plate. It was over 1,600 meters, and the full result there was 6, 10, 3, and 2. And this visitor called Green Light Magic for Baron Burgess and Yolanda Vosloo came with some form lines from Gauteng that are really strong. Although well beaten up in Gauteng, the horse did come with those strong form lines and proved too good for our locals here, and a good win for Green Light Magic. 6, 10, 3, and 2 is the way they cross the line. The start of the place accumulator was race number 3. This was the finishing post maiden plate. It was a fillies and mares race over 1,400 meters, and this turned out to be a very good race for the Peter Muscat stable with Tristan Godden up. Number 10, Girl of Chagancha, winning and beating 12, 3, and 5. 12 being Feeling Groovy. 12, 3, and 5 was the roughie there. Embarrassed the Riches, number 5. Back in third was Forged in Ice, Michael Roberts and Rachel Vinegar. The big one was race number 4. It was the Pixies. It got to a sizable pool in excess of 1.2 million rand, and the full result there was 13, 3, 8, and 4. 13 was Intrepid Actor for Gart Puller and Sereno Mudley coming through to win a very, very good race. He had the form to win. He just had a wide draw to overcome, but he was expertly handled by Sereno Mudley, and that result was 13, 3, 8, and 4. The runner that you have to keep an eye on next time out is this first-timer called Professor Snape from the stable of Vaughan Marshall, running a really good race. He's a striking grey as well. He's easy to spot. A 2-year-old over 1,500 meters in open company. An excellent debut from number 3, Professor Snap. Then on to Jackpot 1, which was race number 5. This is a Track and Ball Chatsworth. Fillies and Mare 67 handicap over 1,600 meters. Looked to be a competitive race, but it was a welcome return for Tabiso Gumere on Duncan House's filly called Laurel Lane. Had a wide draw to overcome. Tabiso has been off for some time, and it was a welcome return to him to the number 1 box. He was highly emotional, the young man, but well done to you, Tabiso. Good return to racing and a good ride there from a poor position. That full result there in race number 5, and number 15 was the winner, Laurel Lane. We then moved on to race number 6, and this was the first of our features. It was a Track and Ball Derby, a Group 3 over 2,400 meters. There were horses that you can make a case for, and we just had the 2 3-year-olds in the race, Senso Unico and number 3, Catch the Tune. But let's go and have a look at the final stages of race number 6.
To go, Decorated, Catch the Tune. Salvatore Mundi comes out. Spring Fling. Sensiago Unico's hooked right out now to put in a claim, and Sylvanus Time is running on down the inside. Decorated, Spring Fling, Senso Unico. Sylvanus Time on the inside. Anybody's race. Spring Fling, Salvatore Mundi, Decorated, then Senso Unico. Spring Fling just the leader. Decorated, Salvatore Mundi. It gets mighty close. Decorated won it. Second, Salvatore Mundi.
What a finish. What a finish. Muzieni, Samanga Kumalo, Salvatore Mundi, and Decorated. And Muzi just managed to get in that extra over the final 100 meters from Decorated. It was a big win for trainer Frank Robinson, and of course the connections of Decorated. That full result was 5, 4, 6, and 10. 6 was Spring Fling, and of course 10 was Shubaka. Then on to the Track and Ball Oaks, a Group 2 over 2,400 meters, where 2 horses dominated the betting. The 3-year-old number 6, Light of the Moon, And, of course, number 12, She's a Keeper. But have a look at this finish. This was tremendous stuff. I'll give you the jockey to follow, Louis Mkotla.
On the outside, further back, Pink Tourmaline, Princess Anastasia. She's a Keeper's now going to try and put in a claim towards the inside. Light of the Moon, still Silver Maria. These are the two. She's a Keeper on the inside. Behind that one, Keep on Dancing. Pink Tourmaline's a runner. Now Light of the Moon continues on. Pink Tourmaline on the outside. She's a Keeper, Silver Maria. Nothing in it. Light of the Moon, and on the outside, Pink Tourmaline. Pink Tourmaline got it on the line. Second will go.
Alamuzieni was looking for a feature race double, and he was denied by a tremendous ride there from Louis Mkotla, who is a stable jockey for Brett Crawford, and of course Drakenstein stud to the 4-year with number 3 Pink Tourmaline, finding an excellent finish to collar Light of the Moon. That full result was 369, which was Silver Maria punching way above her weight here. And then number 12, She's a Keeper, who had a lot of ground to make up. She's a decent mare, and we'll see where Garrett Van Zyl places her next. But you could say that she was the disappointment for Place Accumulator and Pick 6 players. Then on to the 8th race, was closed off Jackpot 1. And this race, this was one of the finishes of the day. It was 2 7-year-olds that fought this finish out, Socrates and Shantyman, heads up, heads down, all the way to the line. And eventually, when the photo came up, it was Socrates beating Shantyman. So that full result was 8, 10, 12 and 9. We moved along to race number 9, closing off the exotics, the Place Accumulator and the Pick 6. And this race, I liked a horse here called Good Queen Bess. She was dropping in distance. It looked the right type of field for her, the Northern Hemisphere bred, and she delivered in a big way. That was Good Queen Bess winning and closing off that Pick 6. Beating Bots, who was fancied from the Dennis Dreyer stable, and Blinker Strike as well. 13, 1, 3 and 2 is the way they crossed the line in race number 9. And then the lucky last, which didn't form part of any of the exotics, that's all closed in race number 9. Race number 10 got to a sizable quartet pool. Take note, there were 2 late scratchings here, so if you're watching this replay and you're wondering what's happened to number 3 Jet Cat and number 11 Bat Out of Hell, they both were late scratching, so if you got tickets, you are entitled to a refund. But what an end to the race meeting for Richard Fourie, winning the last 3 races on the card. And this time round, it was for trainer Wendy Whitehead, who had a good result. She finished 1st and 3rd. It was Lord Wiley that won the race, number 14, beating 12, 13 and 5. 13 being Beechwood Boy back in that 3rd spot. And, of course, number 12 running back in that 2nd spot. A cabinet shuffle, the one I'll follow next time out. First run for the stable, coming off a 6.5-month break and showing his well-being as well. And that was a wrap of the race meeting, guys. It was an absolute pleasure working alongside colleague and friend Paul Lafferty. Craig Peters was in the commentary box. The Gold Circle team, as always, done an outstanding job at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And from myself, Dees Danan, until we meet again, you take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Salanigashle.